So in this video, I will describe a little bit about Flowise, which is a graphical way of creating agents doing different things instead of coding them. So Flowise can be installed using the scripts we have here, and then it will deploy a Docker container using the Ollama instance that you have installed previously. If you just click here, you will open this graphical user interface where you can here first see all the chat flows, you can see the tools and so forth. And in this one, I will just describe a tool that I've created and the flow for that. So the use case here is to just show how the tool parts work and the LLM works. So and how you connect them together. So I've created a tool here and that will which is called a vehicle finder. So on the tool here you can create your own tools. So this the name for this is a vehicle finder. It will return the current location of a vehicle based on its name. You can add an item here, and I've added one item here which has the property name. It's a string, and description is the vehicle name, and it's a required one. So this description here will be used by the LLM to understand when to use this tool. And then it will know the name and the needed inputs for it. So of course, you could have several different tools for the same flow, and so the description is important here. Then you actually just write the code that you want to have, and in this one we have a really simple one. We are saying the vehicle $sign and the variable name will use the data that's in this input parameter. So the vehicle green truck or whatever is in Paris, so it will always say it's in Paris. So this is the tool. If we go to the flow, I will just describe here. We have this flow here. You can have the different tools you select here. So conversational agents, for example, you can find that here, and then you just drag it out, and you will have that. And also the same with the other ones. You can have the chat Ollama, the custom tool, and the buffer memory. These are the four tools four items we will use here. So the conversational agent, that's the entry point where when we chat with it here, it will use the conversational agent. We will say that the conversation agent will have this. You can just drag and drop here, saying that this is the chat Ollama that will be used for this conversational agent. And we see here that we have changed from localhost 11434 to host.docker.internal. That's because we have deployed the Ollama instance on Docker. If you have installed it locally on your computer, it should be localhost here. Then we define which model do we want to use, and in our case we are using the Granite 3.1. And if you want to have what temperature you want to have, the higher temperature, the more creative it will be, the LLM. We then also have a memory. We just added a buffer memory here just to have a memory in the chat, so it will remember what you're talking about. And then the interesting part here is then also saying that this agent, besides having the connection to the LLM, it also has a number of tools. Now we only have one tool. So you create you select here the tool here parts here. You just custom tool. And drag it out, and there you can then select if you want to create a new tool or choose one of the ones that you've already created. So here we just selected the vehicle finder, saying that this agent then has an LLM which it will send the input to. It will also inform that it has X number of tools, in our case just the vehicle finder tool, to the LLM, and the LLM will then understand that, okay, so if I get a question that I can solve using my one of my tools, I will use that. So if we then look at the chat here, I asked what is the current location of the blue truck, and we can see here that the agent actually used the vehicle finder tool, which you can see here, the one, and it says the blue truck is currently in Paris, which is exactly what we returned. So just to replace the vehicle name with the blue truck, and it said it was in Paris. So then we can see that the LLM was called, and if we we just write a question here, and we see that it uses the LLM to understand what tool to use and what input parameter that tool needed, and it called the tool and then returned the answer back. So that's how you create an agent flow in Flowise and connect it to Ollama for this instance and use custom tools.